Hi everyone, it's Paola. So I thought that I would do a little helpful video today and just like sort of sit down and talk to you about what art school is like, what going to school for graphic design is like, because I've gotten a lot of comments recently that are like, I want to study graphic design in the future, or like I'm about to start studying graphic design and I'm so excited, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about like what you are going to experience in art school. So a question I've been getting a lot is like, do you need to be able to draw to be a graphic designer or even go to art school in general? And my answer honestly is no, you don't have to draw, or at least you don't have to be confident in your drawing abilities. Drawing is a skill that takes practice, and like honestly I learned that through art school, and it took me a while because I like obviously had to take a lot of drawing classes and I was not into it. Like I thought I was terrible. I would look around and feel so insecure. And then I was in a graphic design class, like one of my first classes, and then like I started embracing the way I was drawing in that class because of a professor who was really encouraging about it. And so like that sort of switched my thinking into saying like, oh, I'm such a bad drawer, like I can't do anything, blah blah blah. And then like all of a sudden I was getting confidence, and then therefore like practicing more, so then I did get better. And so I don't think you need to be able to draw or like think that you're this amazing like drawer or even be into drawing that much, but like you can be any kind of graphic designer you want. You don't even have to illustrate, but just like be open to it. You know, when you go to school, just find out what you like, try everything, and definitely like push yourself out of your comfort zone, and just don't be like, oh, I hate how I do things, so I'm not even gonna try. Just try everything and you'll be fine. Another thing I want to talk about is critiques. So in college, you are going to encounter critiques in every art class that you take. You'll have to present your work, you're gonna have to talk about your work, you're gonna have to talk about other people's work, and you're going to have to take feedback. And honestly, they can drag on and they can be really tedious, but they are really important and they're like a huge part of art school. So if you're curious about like what art school is going to be, you're gonna have a lot of critiques, but they are really helpful even if you feel like dead by the end of them. But you know, you have to be confident. Like again, like you have to develop kind of a thick skin, because people are going to have thoughts on your work, and sometimes you might show work that you're not super proud of, or you know, there can be a lot of like bad situations when you present your work or whatever, and like people can say things, feelings can get hurt, but you know, you just have to take it in stride and like know that whoever's opinion is not the end all of your life. Like it's not the most important opinion. You don't have to change your work for anyone else, but you do have to understand like everyone is there to help each other. Like it's sort of like a little team, and you all are there to like help each other grow as designers, as artists. And so it is really helpful, even if sometimes it's a little rough. A tip I would have is take every opportunity that you get in art school. There can be so many like internship opportunities that pop up, and like your professors will let you know. There are like clubs and stuff that you can join. There are like artist talks that you can go to, and all of these things are really awesome, and I feel like a lot of people may not take advantage of them because they don't realize like what they're missing out on. So when you go to school, try everything, go to all the artist talks, like go to every like museum event or like whatever, and talk to your professors like outside of class, because I found honestly like art school professors are the best professors. Like they're so fun, they're so personable, and like you can really develop really good relationships with them. So yeah, just take advantage of all these opportunities, and then maybe you can get like work experience through an internship, or just like a way to present your work at a gallery or whatever. But it can be really, really helpful. So I would say like if you're going into design school, just embrace the opportunities around you, because you are in a new place and like you can do anything, you know, try anything once, and who knows, you might love it. something for the people who are already studying graphic design. I feel like you need to focus on self-motivated projects. And that was really hard for me. Like, as I got higher up in my graphic design courses, I felt like I didn't have time for it. But then, like, once I started working on my own stuff, I was like, wait a minute, this is like all I needed. It's like a little outlet for yourself. Like, I was doing stuff for like business wise, like business cards and all of that, like resume building, and I felt like it was good to start while I was still in school, especially because you can get feedback, you can get help, and of course, like, you might have classes that help you with that, like I did, but just working on your own stuff and like building a portfolio while you are still in school is really helpful, because I feel like you have like all the resources available to you while you're there, but like once you leave, you're gonna be out of school, you're gonna be like, okay, now what? Like, if you didn't do the work while you were in school, you don't really have anything to show for it. So definitely like be self-motivated, take the initiative, start projects on your own, do your own work outside of all your classwork. Like, obviously you're gonna have pieces made from your classwork, but like whatever you can do to further what you want to do, and like take action with that. Like, you don't want to be doing like all typography classes and then you're not really interested in typography like as a job. So like, do your own work outside, like do that illustration work or whatever you want to do that outside of class, so then you have everything and you are like a broad designer, you know what I mean? If you're still deciding on what to study in college, like graphic design or art or what kind of school you want to go to, I didn't go to an art school. I went to a liberal arts college and I studied in the art department. I know art schools are amazing. Definitely I would recommend go to art school if you really want to. But I had a great experience at my college too. But I majored in fine arts and then I had a concentration in graphic design. So it just depends on what you want to do, what kind of degree you want to have, and what kind of classes you want to take. Because I know, like, if you're just majoring in graphic design, depending on the school, you might be only taking those sort of classes. But under my major, I took drawing, I took printmaking, I took photography. I got to take all of these different art classes to get an art major. So I was definitely like pushing myself because I didn't really feel like an artist a lot of the time, especially in high school. Like, I didn't consider myself an artist, but once I started getting into the program, I like was really happy that I was getting all of this experience in different art realms. So it just depends on what you want to do, but I'm really happy with like having a whole like well-rounded education in art, and not just graphic design. So that is what I wanted to share with you. I felt like it would be nice to just have a sit down and talk about art school, since I'm now out of art school and got my degree, which is crazy, but I felt like it was a good thing to like sit down and talk about. So if you have questions about being a graphic designer, art in general, graphic design in general, leave them in the comments below, because I want to do a Q&A video soon. I'll be asking this in a few more videos and on like my Instagram, so you can comment down below or comment on my Instagram. And also go on to my online store and check out my greeting cards that I have designed and maybe purchase. They're very, very affordable, so maybe purchase a card. Yeah, so I will see you in my next video. Bye! Oh my god, there's a hornet in my window. Oh, buddy, you gotta go.